43 students, 2 teachers, and 1 police officer were shot.
Herman Howards is not a common criminal. He is a terrorist, pure and simple.
Worst
Any idea why Herman might have done something like this? He must be executed.
Tragic
There's no
loss
question
of their
of that.
children.
While there remains no clear motives for the killings, what has become very clear is that today's teenage culture is rampant with violence.
Believe it or not, Lax Morales plans to broadcast an interview with this criminal.
I want to tell my story on your show.
You're watching Chet Chat, and we'll be right back. Currently, our attention is focused on the pandemic. However, since the 1990s, a more menacing epidemic has spread nationally: school shootings.
This school year, at least 20 guns were found in our school district alone, and more than 278,000 students nationwide have experienced gun violence at schools since Columbine in 1999.
Herman Howard's story further exposes this epidemic. After massacring 42 people in his high school, he's interviewed by journalist Lax Morales, who tries to understand what went through Herman's mind on that fateful day.
This story makes one thing clear. If America does not make changes soon, whether that means stricter gun control or more mental health resources, Herman's story won't be an exception.
It will become the standard.
Hello, Herman, by John Mailer.
Herman, I'm Lax Morales.
How much money do I get talking to you?
You don't get anything. Any money goes to the families of the victims. I'm not here to make you look like some tragic hero. Okay. Well, would you have ever thought to do what you did if Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold hadn't done it first in Colorado? Do you look at them as heroes?
Yeah. Because after Columbine, nerds started getting respect. Now that I've hit the scenes, they'll be running the schools.
So you feel like you're part of a revolution?
You'll see. All over the country, kids are going to start doing what I did until you all finally realize that we're here.
How do you think your mother would have felt if you had been killed?
At this point, she'd probably be relieved.
And what about your father?
Well, he lives in Chicago with his new wife.
When you were 11, your sister was hurt in a hit and run. Then she died a few days later.
Shut up.
Were you two
Shut
close?
up. Shut up!
Okay. So, let's cut to it. Tell me about the day you did it. You rounded up all the kids in a gym, then what happened?
Well, then I went to my locker and I got out the gun. Fired a couple shots into the ceiling. The kids didn't know what the hell was going on. But they heard the shots. And then I called up Paul Schruber, captain of the football team. Today's your lucky day, Paul, because you are so valuable to this school. You get to live. Now get the hell out of my gym, Paul. Shot him in the head. You know, I just wanted to make him shut up.
Did you ever think of their parents or loved ones when you were shooting them?
No.
Did you get picked on a lot at school, Herman?
All the time. You know, the jocks would call me names, yank my underwear up my ass, push me around. Shit like that.
What's the worst thing that ever happened to you? Yo, Herman! Spare some change.
Just leave me alone.
Just leave you alone. Not today. This was Michael Ray.
Yeah. Michael Ray. Spare some change?
What?
I'm the one asking the questions now.
I don't have it.
Not fast enough.
through your mind when you pulled the trigger?
I thought there'd be more blood.
Why did you shoot him?
He was a dick.
Do you think he deserved to die just because he was a dick?
Everyone dies whether I think they deserve to or not.
Do you have no remorse? God.
I didn't want to kill Mr. Phelps. Because he was an alright teacher.
What the devil do you think you're doing? Go to the principal's office and tell her what you've done! Herman, I'm so sorry, you know. When I was your
Mr.
age,
Phelps.
the older boys, you know, they would treat me the same way.
Mr. Phelps, can I please go?
Oh, yes, of course. Poor kid.
I mean, at least he gave a shit.
It sounds like you liked him. Why did you shoot him?
Because he got in my way.
Herman, there's still time.
Mr. Phelps,
Please,
sit down. I
please
don't
stop this
want to
madness.
kill you.
Herman, there's
Mr.
still time.
Phelps.
Herman, please.
Mr.
Herman,
Phelps.
stop this madness.
Mr.
Please.
Phelps,
Herman.
shut up! I had to shoot. He would have grabbed me if I didn't.
What happened next?
And the police came to the door, and all the kids began to scream. The police ran into the gym. The kids ran out of the gym. And I was just running around shooting people left and right. It was anarchy.
Well, I hope it was worth it.
People needed a lesson.
What did they learn, Herman?
Maybe they learned to be a little nicer to each other. I mean, there's no way in hell those people weren't gonna get what they deserve.
Do you think anyone's gonna care about you in 2 months? You're just gonna be a footnote listed amongst other forgotten footnotes.
So Google me in 20 years, Lax, then we'll see who's right.
If you're old enough to plan and carry out a massacre of 42 people, you're old enough to know what kind of person it takes to do something like that.
Yeah, what kind of person, Lax?
Evil, Herman! Do you feel bad about any of what you did?
Between you and me? Turn the camera off.
You happy?
Look, I'm scared. You know, I don't want to die. You know, sometimes I wish I could take it back. I guess I can't.
No, Herman. You can't. I think I have all I need. The verdict came in today on a People versus Herman Howards. Howards will be the first miner executed in the state of Iowa. If you're just tuning in, this execution will be the first broadcast ever and has already become the highest viewed event in television history. Herman Howards, you are about to be executed by the means of the electric chair for the crimes that you have committed. Do you have any final words? A lot of people seem to think that the question is, what the hell do we do with these kids? But they're wrong. The question is, what the hell do these kids do with us?
You may not like me, but one thing's for sure.
We're giving them a fast food, short-term, downsized, techno-driven world. It's cold, and they can't make any sense of it.
You will never, ever forget me.
So kids, log out and go outside and take a breath for a moment. But do it after my show.
Goodbye, America. And good luck.
Because tonight, we are going to explore what happens when we disregard the value of life. Like whatever voice.